Everyone, this is Watch from the MW Technology channel on YouTube, and in this video we're doing a direct comparison between the new iPad 4 that just came out and its older version, the iPad 3. Now, before we talk about anything else, I really want to make sure that you guys know that both of these devices are really similar. The difference between these two devices is fairly negligible. You do have one significant thing that we'll talk about in great detail, but overall, the physical dimensions of both of the devices are the same. They have the same 9.7 inch screen, they weigh the same amount, and they both have the great Retina display that you all have loved if you've owned an iPad 3. The key question that we're trying to answer is the iPad 4 worth getting? Since the specifications are so similar, I think it's quite a hard decision to upgrade from an iPad 3 to an iPad 4. Of course, one of the biggest differences is the new A6X processor that we have in the iPad 4, which is quite a bit faster than what you have on the iPad 3, which has an A5X chip. Now, in terms of clock speed, the new A6X chip is clocked in at about 1.39 gigahertz according to Geekbench, and the A5X chip has about a 1 gigahertz frequency on its core clock. Now, both of the iPads have 1 gig of RAM, so there's no real difference in terms of what you would find in terms of multitasking or anything like that. But the key difference is, can we see a realistic difference between these two devices in terms of speed? So without any further ado, let's go ahead and open up a website and we'll see which loads up quicker. First, we'll just go to GameSpot.com, which is a pretty intensive website, has a lot of different pictures and data. And as you just saw, the 4th generation iPad loads the website up a bit quicker. And this is also similar when you load up different websites such as Amazon and YouTube. You can also notice that the speed has increased when you open up different applications, such as the Maps application or when you go to the App Store. Right now, you can see a pretty big difference in terms of loading time when we're trying to open up the App Store. Now, of course, a good illustration of the differences between the hardware is definitely when you run Geekbench. And as you just saw, we got a score of 770 on the 4th generation iPad 3, which is more than twice the score of what the iPad 3 got of 757. Now, it's also important to consider that both of these two devices have the exact same camera system. The quality of the front and rear facing camera is exactly the same. The front is still an HD camera on the iPad 4, and it still does 1080p motion with 5 megapixel stills. In terms of Wi-Fi connectability, we do see some advantages on the new generation of iPad, considering the fact that it has 5 GHz band support, so you can get faster, more stable Wi-Fi connections. Staying on the topic of connectivity, we also see that the new iPad has the capability to support speeds for LTE, so if you have a carrier that supports LTE speed, you can get a version of the iPad that'll support that network. Now, just to sum up the video, it's important to realize that the iPad 4 is not really a big step forward from the iPad 3. It just basically improves some of the internal hardware, and really it's a slow incremental upgrade to a product that was already pretty fully developed. Of course, the decision will be ultimately up to you, but I think an overall strategy is if you have an iPad 2 or anything older and you're looking to upgrade to a newer version and you want an iPad, I think this is a great upgrade. But if you already have an iPad 3, it might be questionable to upgrade to this new generation of iPad. But other than that, guys, if you guys have any questions about anything I talked about in this video, make sure to leave it on a comment down below. But make sure to give us a thumbs up if you liked the video, favorite the video as well. And please make sure to be subscribed to our channel in order to get all the latest videos that we put out. And thank you so much for your support. Thank you so much for watching again, and we'll see you later. Take care.